I just thought with a week before school starts, it might not be bad just to kind of do a little video demonstration of what it's going to look like for students and teachers, the virtual classroom situation. So I was hoping somebody maybe could demonstrate that for me.
Okay. So we've had kids and their parents come in, and we have gotten them all on Google Classroom. They've already signed into their Google Classroom. So when they're at home, and we've given them our schedule as if they are at school, but they'll be at home with our schedule.
Oh, okay.
So they can kind of go through that flow. But we have assignments already on Google Classroom for them to play around with and make sure they understand, you know, all of the setup and everything. So for
practice before school starts.
Yes. So for example, this is Google Classroom, and so they have these different boxes represent the different classes. And so they've already signed on to these, and it's already uploaded. And so if we, like, this is the 4th grade agenda, so they would just pull that up.
Are you a 4th grade teacher?
I am.
Okay.
I'm ELA.
Okay.
And so this is just an example of the agenda that they would see for the day or the week.
So that is kind of like a syllabus.
Yes, exactly. Just like a snapshot. And then they would click in each of these boxes. So there's my class. And they have a stream that I could give announcements and information, and then their classwork that they'll have here.
Okay. All right. Are you guys going to have face-to-face, like Zoom classes too?
Yes.
How's that going to work?
We have everything uploaded on videos as of right now, and we will have those lessons, but to have that connection with them, we will just be Google Meeting for, I guess, whatever, we're still working on that, but whatever lessons we're working on, it can be extra information, and then the kids can talk. And
so you're gonna video your lecture or whatever for the day, and then they'll like be able to watch it at their leisure.
Yes, on this.
Okay.
On Google Classroom.
Ah, okay. So is there gonna be live face-to-face time also?
Yes.
How does that work?
We will assign them a time that we want them to talk to us, and that's when we'll do the Google Meets.
Okay. It's not going to be then, I take it, like a Zoom meeting where you've got like a bunch of a checkerboard of faces?
It will be.
Oh, it will be?
Yes.
Okay.
We just won't be doing our full teaching for privacy purposes there. Our teaching will be on our classwork on Google Classroom.
Okay.
They'll get all their instruction from the videos, and then when they have their independent work time, then they will have time to meet with the teacher. It could be in small groups, especially in the younger grades. They might have small reading groups set up that they come, you know, five come at 2 o'clock and Zoom with their teacher and do their story together, just the 5 of them, and then later, you know, we might do another group. So there's lots of flexibility in how we're going to meet with all the students, but we want to face-to-face meet with all of them at least once a day.
Okay. All right.
The Meet with that.
Okay.
How easy it is.
Yeah, it's very easy to join Google Meet. So all they would have to do is go to their classroom. So I'm going to go back out to my classroom, and all my classes would come up. And so I'm going to go back in. Well, I'll go into Miss Jones' class. She teaches math. And so the Google Meet link is right here, and it will always be right there. And so they just click it and join in on her class.
Obviously, there's nobody to click and talk to right now.
Not right now, yes.
Is that your camera right there? Right.
This is my camera, yes.
Okay.
We have spent the last 2 to 3 days meeting with groups of 3 to 4 parents with their students in the classroom, going over this, how to log in, how to click on the Google Meets, how to turn in assignments. We have met with every single family face to face for an hour to try to train them and get them, you know, to where they can utilize all the programs in the educational
Do you have 100% connection now with your students?
We have Hotspot outside of our school where they could come and download things at any time. They could come day or night and sit in the parking lot and download things if they do not have internet at their homes. We are offering during red time that up to 25% of our students could come in. They could download things. They could use all of our devices, download assignments, ask questions to certified staff, and then go home about 11 o'clock. So they do a half day for those in that have that need.
So instead of the online face-to-face time that you would have on Zoom, is it Zoom?
Yeah,
Well,
Google Meets.
Google Meets,
It
yes.
would be they would get to come in and do face-to-face, actual face-to-face.
Not with their actual classroom teachers.
No.
So we would have the classroom teachers are going to be in here on their own because they're going to be Zooming with people at home. So they'll be in their classrooms working and pushing things out. But this is really just a place where you could meet in the library. We'll have certified staffs in there to support them if necessary, but it won't be their actual classroom teachers.
Okay.
So we'll utilize our related arts staff and possibly assistants, and that way they're getting the same information but just in a different way.
Okay. And I guess you all are still able to communicate too, aren't you, through electronic, like I don't know, what do you call it, texting?
We use
Messaging?
Dojo. We have Classroom Dojo, so
Okay,
we can notify parents of any kind of updates at any time.
Okay.
And if the kids have a question, they can email us or send us a message that way through the Google Classroom. So we're in constant contact with them.
This is the first time in my lifetime ever anything like this has ever happened.
I know.
I'm sure.
It's crazy.
How do you guys feel comfortable that you're going to be able to teach at the same level, or relay instruction, and it's going to stick the way it would if you were in a regular setting?
That is our hope. Yes.
Yeah.
I think we will. I think we'll figure it out as we go along.
Yeah, I guess you can't really say because you haven't done it yet. You don't know.
Right. But we will always have those high expectations.
Yeah.
And we'll have those for the kids. And because, like, we did have the parents come in, and we will be communicating with those parents. That's one of the things we said with our school compact is that the teachers and the parents and the kids, we all have to work together and keep that communication open. So if we do that, then those expectations will be met. But it will be challenging.
Hopefully, it's only for 3 weeks. Is that how long it would be
Till September 11th.
Yeah, 4 weeks. The students that you've tested so far doing it, or have had practice runs with,
Yes.
how are they doing? What do they think about it?
I think they enjoy it, and I think the parents feel a little bit less stressed about it. As a parent myself, I try to look at it that way. How can we help parents to not be very overwhelmed by it? And what we're trying to do is make sure that our lessons are something that they don't have to sit right beside of them the whole day. They can just be a facilitator.
I know at the elementary level, there's probably a lot of concern about what kids being at home alone with both parents work. Have you guys run into that situation, or have you heard of how people are going to deal with that issue?
We've heard grandparents will be there, babysitters will be there.
Neighbors.
We've talked to several that are even getting together, a couple of students from multiple families getting together and working together. So everybody's kind of figuring it out. It's a unique time, and they're figuring out creative ways to make it happen.
Okay. So what has been your all's biggest challenge, do you think? What is the hardest thing for you to get used to?
I think the biggest challenge is not seeing the students.
Yes.
We're not used to filming ourselves. We're not actors, and, so just not having that back and forth with students and feeding off the students is very difficult.
You're going from stage performance
Yeah.
to theater, I mean, from theater to television.
Yeah, live audiences. We're used to live
But it's
audiences.
the same deal.
Yeah.
But now you get another take. Like if you mess up, you can.
Yeah, that's true.
you can
That's true.
Cut, take two.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
the technology piece has been, a challenge. Learning all of these programs that we're not used to using to get this information out to the students in a creative way and in an engaging way.
Do you think you're going to be able to keep their attention the way you can in the classroom when you're up there actually?
That's what they are working tirelessly to do. They have worked day and night. I'm getting texts and calls and emails about all the fun things that they found when they're watching all kinds of YouTube videos and learning different ways to present this to students in a way that's engaging and exciting, because they know that the attention span isn't going to be 45 minutes of me just standing here talking. So they're being really creative, and they're putting their heart into this.
Okay.
You know, but us as teachers, it just proves that we're lifelong learners. I mean, I'm not a pro at this, and it's just, you know, I'm learning as I go how to facilitate this and to make it as engaging and fun for the kids as possible.
How are you gonna like film your lesson? Are you just gonna set your camera up and be alone in your classroom and just do your spiel?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some of the teachers
is a
have,
challenge.
some of the teachers have set up
Animals.
animals,
Oh,
stuffed
okay.
animals and stuff, so they're at least talking to something. So.
Well, I mean, we're really nervous about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something new for all of us, and even for the parents, they don't know what
Yeah.
to do. And we've just been trying. We have one tech-savvy person in our group,
Yeah.
so I don't mind to do the filming, like the seeing me on the camera, but she has to do the technology part. So
Okay.
it's been a lot of work.
And,
I'd much rather have them in class.
right. So tell me the story behind the monkeys here. What's their situation?
What, teaching them?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just to teach in an empty room, I mean, that's going to be awkward, you
Yeah.
think? And so I thought, well, I'm going to put some monkeys in the chairs and act like they're my students, and so it'd be more easier.
Yep, that'll be cool.
Yeah, they won't talk back to me either.
Okay, I've been here 36 years, and this is a completely different experience for me to not be able to stand over the top of my students and be able to take their hand and help them learn to write or to color. And we're going to do it virtually, hoping that those parents are going to give us the support that we need to make it wonderful and fun and still a learning experience. We have they will have a folder, an envelope that we will put things in each week, and they'll pick it up in the back of the school in the filing cabinet, take it home, because part of our lessons will be done on Google Classroom virtually. But we also need them to be doing hands-on things to learn to color and cut and write and do all those things that we would normally do here at school. Then when those activities are completed, they'll put them back in the envelope, bring them back and put them back in the drawer and pick up an envelope for the next week.
Okay.
So we have interaction with them, even though we're not going to see them except on a computer screen.
Right. Well, so like you said, this is a whole new experience. Do you think that you can y'all can pull it off? And
Of course we can. That's what we do. And we assured all of them last week when we had our small group meetings that we're going to just do the very best we can, and with their support, we will be successful. Is it going to be different? Very, very much so. But it's going to be successful, and we're going to have a good time whether we're here in the classroom or whether we are here in the classroom and they're on a screen.
It's like she said, we spent a lot of time preparing lessons and making sure that all of our students are going to be successful whether they're here or not. So we're looking forward to this new adventure, even though it's going to be different.
Okay. Are you ready to do your filmed performances every day as opposed to in person?
We're working on it. We've really sat down and thought a lot about what we wanted it to look like and how it could reach the students the best and how they can really achieve what we want them to achieve by working on those things. So we're really looking forward to getting those out there and seeing how they can respond to those things. So.
Keep it as normal as possible for them.
Yeah.
What our normal schedule would be, and just positive, just communication too.
Okay.
And they're working really as a team. You know, in the past, you would have a kindergarten teacher and you would spend that day with them, but they're working as a team to kind of lighten the load. So they're sharing things from each of their classrooms to give them a little bit of differentiation in the way things are presented, so that you know, it doesn't get in a rut with those students. So they'll have a whole variety of interaction with all different kinds of teachers.